Hey, you are always welcome. Now, today is September 30th, and Honda has surprised us today by the launch of its CB350, aka Your Highness. It's not Your Highness, it's just Highness, I think, Honda H'ness. Now, we all know Honda has one more bike, that is the CB300R, but this is a completely different kind of bike. Now, the CB300R looks like a very modern bike, but CB350 is kind of a classic bike. It has been launched like a classic bike. It looks like a classic bike, and the surprising thing is that most of us were thinking that Honda would launch something like the Rebel 300 or Rebel 500, but they have surprised us with this very refreshing looking bike. Looks very much like the classic 350. So, but according to me, it's quite refreshing. I mean, I was thinking the Honda Rebel, but the Honda Rebel is a very different kind of motorcycle. It's more like a cruiser, but the Royal Enfield is not like a cruiser. It's a different kind of bike altogether. I think they have directly launched this bike to compete against the classic 350 because it looks so much similar like the classic 350. One more surprising thing is that the engine characteristics are very much like the Royal Enfield. 21 PS and 30 Newton meters of torque, so that is a lesser PS but a lot of torque, and I think the torque delivery is very good, very healthy from the bottom end, and that is going to make it a very exciting motorcycle for most of us, because we all know that Indians love the torquey nature of the classic 350, and I think they're going to love this even more because this has even more torque. I think 2 Newton meters of torque, and additional 2 Newton meters of torque, so that is a lot of torque at the very bottom end, and that is honestly quite exciting. And this bike looks beautiful, really. I mean, the fit and finish of Honda is, I think the new generation Royal Enfield Meteors and some other bikes are going to launch. I think they're going to be nice bikes as well in terms of fit, finish, and I think the engine reliability. I think they'll be far behind the Honda. I don't think they can come close to Honda, at least at this stage, regarding the fit, finish, the quality of materials. I'm just talking about the fit and finish. It only gives 21 PS, 30 Newton meters of torque. I was thinking they would launch a bike like the Rebel 300, and that would be quite similar to Jawa, at least in terms of the engine characteristics and the engine power. But they have taken one step back and they have decided to compete directly with Royal Enfield, and the exhaust note is amazing. I mean, it's really good, it's really sweet, and we all know that the thumpers, the Royal Enfield, due to the BS6 norms and whatnot, the thump has gone down because of fuel injection. But this bike, I think this is fuel injected. This has to be this is BS6, so this has to be fuel injected. And this bike has a great thump. I mean, it is not annoying, but it is quite significant. It's a very sweet and deep sound. You will love it. Now I have Jawa. Now the Jawa is a very different bike compared to Royal Enfield and this one. It is supposed to be a smooth sports kind of bike, but with the looks, with the retro looks, with the kind of engine the Jawa has, it is more closer to the Dominar than it is to Royal Enfield and such bikes. The Jawa was never a true competitor because the engine characteristics is very different, and the people, I think when the Jawa was launched, the people were not, most people were not too impressed with the exhaust note, because it is a liquid cooled EFI engine. It is not a long stroke. It is a high compression engine, so it is definitely going to be on the sportier side, but this is not. This is apparently not. This is a long stroke engine, and the long stroke, they have utilized it very nicely for the exhaust note, and the exhaust pipe looks great. I mean, the whole package looks awesome. I cannot wait for someone to review this bike, and I'm honestly, as a Jawa owner, I'm really surprised. I'm also excited actually, but at the same time I'm not worried, because the kind of people who go for Jawa are not really too, they will not lean too much towards this Honda. And as a Jawa owner, actually I'm very excited about this bike, because we have one more competitor with us, and this is definitely going to bring the competition up. and the Royal Enfield has to make many changes, engine reliability, a lot more things, a lot more issues with the Royal Enfield. But we do have another competitor, and it is going to be very nice. It is going to be a competitive market now. We have a proper competitor to the Royal Enfield. Jawa was kind of a competitor, but not really, because it is a different class of bike. I mean, I do love thumpers. I do love single cylinder thumpers, but thumpers make a good city bike. But I think for cruising, I would prefer a more high horsepower engine like the Jawa. The Jawa does have a lot of torque as well. It has 28 Newton meters of torque. The BS4 version, my bike, 28 Newton meters of torque, and this Honda has 30 Newton meters of torque. But I think this is going to be a lot more torquey feeling, because it's a long stroke engine, and the Jawa, I think the peak torque comes maybe 5000 rpm, around 5000 rpm, but the Honda, I think they're going to give the peak torque around 3 and 4k rpm. I can't wait for someone to review this bike, and I really want to know how smooth this bike is, because this is a Honda and it is a long stroke engine. So that is a very, it is kind of how it's going to be. Are they going to make a long stroke engine smooth? And if they have done that, then it is, oh my goodness, it is going to be a Royal Enfield killer. Yeah, but the price, we have to talk about the price. 1.9 lakhs is slightly on the steeper side regarding the kind of people they have aimed this for, but I think they can, if the fit and finish is going to be very appealing, then definitely I think 1.9 lakhs is going to be a fair price, because the fit and finish looks very good. Even the chassis is very much like the Royal Enfield. I thought that Honda, since being a Honda, they would give a very modern chassis like a double cradle frame or something like that, but no, they have gone with a very vintage styling. It has got traction control. Wow, nice. It has rider aids on board as well as traction control and slip and assist clutch. Very good, very good. That justifies the 1.9 lakhs. It truly does. And one more thing is that they haven't given the spoke wheels, they have given the alloy wheels, so that is an interesting choice. And honestly, when the bike was launched, the alloy wheels are not looking too modern to give it a bad taste in terms of styling, although spoke wheels would have given it a really, really classy look. But they look a nice fit on these bikes. The alloy wheels look good, and I think the people are going to love the alloy wheels, because most of us, they don't want to deal with a tube tire, so everybody wants a tubeless tire. So it is a wise choice, and it weighs 185 kilograms, so it is going to be like the Royal Enfield. Yeah, it is as heavy as the Royal Enfield, but it is also as torquey at the bottom end as the Royal Enfield. And the exhaust note is superb. The exhaust note is amazing. It is going to be a very different exhaust note. The sound that they have showcased us, if that is the sound, then if that is the stock exhaust sound, then this bike does not need an aftermarket exhaust, because it is sweet and it's deep. So overall the looks are very nice. The bike is actually quite long. It is 1440 millimeters. The wheelbase is 1440 millimeters, so it is going to be longer than the classic 350 definitely. And the seat height looks good for average Indian guys and gals. Anything else I have missed out on? Yeah, LED lights. The LED lights are great, fantastic. The metallic mudguards are really awesome. It gives it that RX 100 look. The RX 100 had the beautiful alloy, metallic mudguards. These also have metallic mudguards with the chrome finish. The console, the instrument console is nice. The instrument console is a hybrid of analog and digital. It is good, it's great. Slightly offset towards the left, so that is interesting. The exhaust looks very good. I love the look of the exhaust. It is amazing. Overall, in terms of dimension, the bike looks very classy. I like it. The sound is like, it's going to be a head turner. Everybody's going to look at what bike is coming. It sounds very much like the Royal Enfield actually, but it is a the note is very different. I'm very excited about this bike. How do you feel about the bike? You can comment in the comment section, but I am really loving it, and I hope this bike kills Royal Enfield. I mean, really, there are just too many Royal Enfields in the market. We need something else, and I'm really loving this Honda, and I hope Honda comes and it eats into the classic 350 market. The engine at least is going to be quite reliable, and the fit and finish is going to be unmatched. So I'm really wondering how the public response is going to be, how the market response is going to be, and I'm honestly very excited. I'm very happy we have a new friend. The Jawa has a new friend, the Honda. And I'm excited about one more thing. The seat looks great. The Honda seat it looks great. I would really want that seat for my Jawa. Anyways guys, I hope you like this video and share your thoughts on the new CB350 by Honda. Good day.